what will really help me out throughout this role is that I understand, or I share the same expectations as our consumers, if not higher. What comes out of the barrel, what goes into the bottle, what I experience when I open a bottle is, I hope, what the consumers expect. And I think I have a really good idea of what quality should be, what our product should be. You can expect more of the same quality bourbon that you've been getting. Again, that's sort of the primary goal here. Offer you the same bourbon that you've been getting, but hopefully more of it. As you know, we're expanding the distillery, we're adding a bottling house so that we can get more of this bourbon out to the public. But I really enjoy it when a job is complete and I get to step back and relax and experience that sense of satisfaction knowing that the product's good, the job is well done. That's always a place I can find my bliss.
From all of us here at Four Roses, cheers. I can get used to this.
Well, my name is Ryan Ashley. I am the Director of Operations here at Four Roses Distillery, and I'm responsible for the day-to-day operation of the distillery, and that includes everything from the raw materials being chosen and coming in to the distillate that leaves to go to our Cox's Creek warehouse facility. What makes Four Roses just different from other bourbon distilleries and so unique is first that we use 2 separate mash bills. We have 2 separate recipes. In addition to that, we have 5 proprietary yeast strains. So when you apply those different yeast strains to the different mash bills, we create 10 uniquely different bourbons. And those bourbons are cooked, fermented, distilled, and aged separately. So they really are 10 distinctly different bourbons. The other part of that makes us so unique and so different from any other bourbon distillery is the fact that we utilize single-story warehousing for our bourbons. So we get a much more consistent temperature throughout the year, meaning that the bourbons are going to age very consistently, very evenly, and at the highest quality possible. These 10 different bourbon recipes or bourbons that we make every year, the 10 different varieties, are very unique and very different. Each one of them has their own signature flavor and aroma, so they do stand alone as being very unique and very different bourbons. As an example, our Yellow Label, our 80 proof bourbon, is actually a composite of all 10 of our bourbons mingled together at varying percentages for consistency and quality. Our small batch bourbon is actually a composite of 4 of those recipes. It's actually 2 yeast codes, our K yeast and our O yeast, and it's an expression of those yeasts being fermented and distilled and aged with each one of the mash bills. So you'll have the K yeast being used with the B mash bill and the E mash bill, and likewise with the O. And then the single barrel is just that. It comes from one recipe. It's always the best of that particular code. For our single barrel, we use an OBSV, that is our B or our high rye mash bill, and our V yeast, which gives it some fruitiness and some spiciness. So it's always the best of the OBSVs that are chosen for their characteristics and of course their consistency to make the single barrel.